my name is Daisy. Welcome to my life. I'm an introvert. For years, I've always thought that I'm an extrovert. But I noticed that anytime that I'm invited to a function, like a party or a get together, whatever it is, I always feel overwhelmed. And most times I end up counseling. And maybe when it's just time to start dressing up, I start getting really nervous and anxious. And if I can make it to the function, I'm going to mess up my makeup or get very overwhelmed. At the end of the day, when I get to the function, I'm going to enjoy it a lot. I thought I was weird. I want to be friends with people. I want people to invite me to functions. But I don't want them to invite me to all functions. I want them to include me, but I don't want to be too included. I don't want to go out to all functions, but I want to be invited. And I want to have a lot of friends, but I do not want to have a lot of friends. I don't know if you know what I mean. I want to share my life, but I also don't want to share my life. I don't want to overshare. I want to live with somebody, but sometimes I just don't want anybody around me. And that's when I realized that maybe I'm not weird. Maybe I'm just an introvert. Because whenever I spend too much time around people, even people that I love, it's like my social battery completely dies. Not slowly, not gradually, it just crashes. I can have the best weekend ever. Like I remember one time I went to my friend's pajamas party and I had to go out to another function. I had the best weekend ever. I was laughing, talking, making memories. But the moment it's over, I need to disappear. Not because I'm upset, not because I don't love these people, but because I need to hibernate. I need a day, sometimes 2 days, sometimes an entire week of being in my own space with my own thoughts. No plans, no expectations, no small talk, nothing. Just leave me alone, just me. It's almost like my brain needs silence to recharge. Too much noise drains me. Too much conversations drain me. Too many notifications would drain me. And when I don't get that quiet time, oh my God, don't even get me started. I start feeling overwhelmed by everything. I can't hear myself think. Like I can't exist in my own head. And as strange as that may sound, my own thoughts are actually where I feel the safest. Like, I've always felt different from everyone else, from my siblings, from my friends, even from my classmates. I am the weird one. I'm the one that is hard to, explain or is hard to comprehend because sometimes I like to isolate myself. Growing up, it seemed like people could not just be around each other all the time and never get tired. Meanwhile, I was counting down the minutes until I could go home and sit in silence. I used to think there was something wrong with me because of that. Why couldn't I be more outgoing? Why couldn't I be more social? Why did every interaction feel like a workout? But now I understand my friendship look different. I can't maintain 100 of friendships. I can't text all day. I can't talk on the phone for hours. And honestly, the only friendship that survive in my life are the ones built on genuine love and understanding. I have my own people and I genuinely love them. And they are very special to me. The people who don't get offended when I disappear for a few days, those are my people. The people who understand that my silence is not rejection and it's not anything about them. The people who know that I still love them even when I'm not constantly present. Those are my people. Because the truth is, I spend a lot of time inside my own head, probably too much time. I'm the type of person that will replay a conversation from 3 years ago and suddenly wonder if I sounded rude. I remember something embarrassing I did in the middle school and physically cringe. I remember that I used to create an entire scenarios in my mind that would probably never happen, or that probably never happened, and somehow convince myself that they are real. Girl, I overthink everything. Yes, girl, I overthink everything. things I said, things I did not say, things I should have said, things I should have done, things I wish I had done differently. And sometimes I become my own biggest bully. I beat myself up over mistakes nobody else remembers. Like, I remember one time I was waking up my friend in the middle of the night because we went out, and later in the middle of the night I started thinking about the things that I said at the party. So I remember I was waking up my friend to ask her, like, did I talk too much? I held myself to impossible standards, and that hurts. I criticize myself in ways that I would never criticize another person. It's exhausting, but I also love the self-awareness part of it. I'm learning that being quiet isn't a flaw. Needing space is not a flaw, and it's not selfish. And being the type of person that I am, I'm just beginning to accept myself. Being selective with friendship is not a big deal, and it's not being unfriendly. Trust me, the peace that comes with it is you can't place a price tag on the peace. And spending time alone doesn't mean that I'm lonely. I am never lonely. It just means that this is how I recharge. This is how I heal. This is how I come back to myself. So if you have ever felt different, if you have canceled plans and then feel guilty about it or felt guilty about it, if you have ever loved people deeply but still needed distance, if you have ever felt overwhelmed by the noise of the world, maybe you are not weird either. Maybe you're like me and your life is a movie. Maybe you're just learning how to exist in a world that never stops talking, and maybe that's okay. Give yourself grace. It's okay to be different, and we all exist beautifully in our own space, in our own unique identity. If you resonate with all of these things, stick around. You're going to love my channel. Just today is a reset day. I'm making a lot of cooking, and that's pretty much about it. I'm going to arrange my groceries and get everything ready for the week. If you like my content, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Love you. Stick around till the end part so that you can see my fresh cucumber salad. Bye.